This is Dan. He's training for his first Ironman. I plan to do a series of videos as we follow Dan's journey towards his first Ironman at Busselton in December. This first video delves into his motivation and how he has coped with the first month of training. Dan is also posting regular updates on his Instagram. I'll put details in the description below. Okay Dan, would you like to describe your triathlon career so far?
Absolutely. I started my first triathlon sprint in January this year. It was basically a friend asked me to join along, and I wanted this year to be a healthy year for me. So I decided to join and to start training up for it. And when I started training, I was not able to run more than 2K without stopping. So I had a steep training curve to do to get ready for my first triathlon sprint. So yeah, that's basically I did 3 triathlon sprints, and then about a few months ago or a few weeks ago, I did my first Olympic distance in Shepparton, which was quite challenging. Yeah, so that's basically it for now, about 4.5 months in.
So what made you want to do an Ironman?
Health. Yeah. So last year, so basically the COVID year was in many aspects a pretty good year for me and my wife. But there was one thing that really lagged, which was health. I think a lot of people can attest to that as well. So I really wanted a goal that is big enough and scary enough for me to continue to keep moving, because I'm a bit of a lazy person. So if I have something that's a goal that is 6 months in advance, I'm motivated for 2 weeks, and then after that I slack down because I still have so much time that I think I have to train, and then before you know it, it's too late to ramp it up because you're too late. I've procrastinated too long, and that's a pattern in my life for a long time. But when I did the triathlon sprint, I realized that I actually quite like it, and I wanted something crazy. So I thought, all right, I'm gonna do an Olympic distance. And then when I did the Olympic distance, I thought, okay, what's next? So that's why the Ironman in December. So yeah, I really wanted to get into something that I enjoy, which I do, where I can be passionate about, and I found it.
So how have you found the training so far?
As expected. I'm saying that it was hard. It is hard, challenging, because I need to try to break the pattern of laziness, which means after a few weeks of excitement, you're excited about something new. You think, yeah, man, this is it. But there's always this moment when you wake up in the morning, you think, man, I can't be bothered. And after a few days of like that laziness, it's really challenging to keep going. But I've known that for myself. So, but the good thing is that you're basically telling me what to do, when to do it, and that works for me because I don't have to think. As soon as I start thinking, I start slacking. So I'm just gonna do whatever you tell me to do, and but it is hard. It was, especially by the time you get fatigued. I remember after the first week, I asked you to ramp it up. Full of excitement and motivation still, and but then you obviously said no, and after the first 2 weeks I was getting fatigued already, and I was having trouble getting up, especially on the Tuesdays and the Fridays for the swims, but I've managed to continue going. So the consistency, which is always the key, which I've never really had, and it's very challenging to break all the old habits because they've been so strong and so long. So yeah, answering your question, I thought it was going to be hard, and it is.
So you mentioned the early morning Tuesday and Friday swims. How do you feel the rest of the day goes after getting up early and getting in a quality session first thing in the morning?
Yeah, so it's funny that you asked that, because I only started noticing recently that I actually feel really good the whole day. and I've never really had that before. Even so, you can do a few sessions so early in the morning, and I feel like crap still. But because I've been doing it now consistently, I'm actually starting to realize that I feel great for a long time. And so even though getting up early in the morning is never easy for me, especially not at 5, but thinking of how good I feel.
A bit of a video glitch has meant we've missed the last bit of that answer. But I think what we've seen so far gives us a good glimpse into Daan's motivation and progress so far. Please feel free to share your first Ironman experiences in the comments, and any advice you have for Daan would be fantastic. As usual, if you enjoyed the video, please hit like and subscribe. See ya.